Today we are going to be unboxing a NutriMill Impact. And locate the two tabs right here. And open up this top flap. At the very top of your NutriMill Impact, you should find a guide. We're going to do exactly what we did with our shipping box and turn this upside down and let gravity help us out a little bit. We're going to set it on its side. We're going to take the main body of our NutriMill Impact and the canister. Let's take them out of their plastic wrapping. Your NutriMill Impact is going to be comprised of three main parts: your body, your canister, and then we're going to open up our canister and pull out filter, power cable, and the third part I was talking about, our hopper. We are now going to take our hopper and you're going to locate a large tab and a smaller tab. Make sure to align those with the corresponding spots right here above our milling chamber. We're going to place it in and then turn clockwise until you hear a click. We are now going to take our canister lid and reattach it to our canister. How to do this is we're going to find a tab right here and make sure that it goes into the corresponding slot here on our canister. Once that lines up, we're going to give it a good press down so it seals properly. And then we're going to finish securing it by pushing this latch down. Our canister lid is now secured to our canister. To attach the canister to the main body of your Impact Grain Mill, we are going to locate this grommet right here and our flour spout. We're going to line those up and then give it a good push until you hear a click. Your power cord can actually be attached and detached from the main impact. You'll notice that this is where your plug is going to be placed. We'll take our plug, align it, press it in, and your machine is now ready to be plugged in and used. When storing your NutriMill Impact, we're going to detach our canister from the main body by pressing down right here on this tab and pulling the canister out. Once the canister is out, we're going to remove our lid. We're going to unclick the latch right here, place our thumb on this tab, and then lift up. We are then going to take off our hopper by turning it counterclockwise, lifting it off, and fitting it into our canister. We can then take our cord, place that inside of the hopper, your NutriMill Impact can now be stored. Your canister lid is going to have two very important parts. First, your filter. This is very important for airflow and ensuring that your machine doesn't clog. Next is going to be our cyclo cup. To remove your cyclo cup, we're going to twist it counterclockwise and lift up. To reattach your cyclo cup, you're going to align the two tabs here on this yellow piece to their corresponding parts on the cyclo cup and then turn clockwise to secure. You'll notice on the back of your NutriMill Impact a feed rate knob. This single knob is what's going to give you control over the texture and power of your machine. By turning it to 1, you will hear a click. That is what's going to turn your machine on. You will now have the option between 7 different texture control places. This control knob is going to give you control of the texture of flour that you want. Keep in mind, the size of your grain is very important. For small grains such as quinoa or millet, the 1 setting is going to produce a fine flour. If you would like it to be coarse, it'll be 2 or anything above that. Your medium-sized grains, such as wheat berries, in order to get a fine flour from that, you will need to set this dial to a 2 or a 3. 4 or above will produce a coarse flour for this medium-sized grains. For large grains, such as corn or beans, The starting rate to get a fine flour would be on setting 3 or 4. Anything above 5 will produce a coarse texture. For normal use, and if you're planning on milling fresh flour with a wheat berry, plan on using settings 2 and 3 for your normal use. This is going to produce the finest flour possible. Please note that the Impact Grain Mill was made to produce a very good bread flour. To get to a 00 texture, your flour will have to be sifted. We are going to make sure that this plug is secure in your NutriMill Impact. We're going to lift it up, find the corresponding place and push it in firmly until there is no wiggle. We are then going to place our NutriMill Impact on a firm, flat surface before use. Please make sure that your control knob is in the off position before plugging your machine in. Once your NutriMill Impact is plugged in, we are going to take our 2 cups of rice and place it in our hopper. We are then going to turn our machine on by turning the control knob. And in this demonstration, I'm going to open up the feed rate all the way and turning this control knob to setting 7. After running a coarse grain such as rice through your NutriMill Impact to remove any contaminants from the manufacturing, we are going to discard that flour. We are going to do so by pushing down on this tab right here and pulling our canister away from the main body of the impact. We are then going to take our canister lid off by delatching, placing our thumb firmly here and pulling up. We are now going to discard the leftover flour. Please remember to always empty out your cyclo cup after every use of the NutriMill Impact. This is going to prevent any jamming or clogging of the NutriMill Impact. The purpose of the cyclo cup is to help airflow in the canister. This prevents your mill from being jammed. If the cyclo cup is full of flour, it's going to obscure the flow of air. The cyclo cup catches the finest amounts of flour, and you can add that back into your milled flour afterwards. The reset button on your NutriMill Impact is going to be located on the bottom of the impact. It looks like this. To clean the filter on your NutriMill Impact, you take it out of its slot, locate any leftover flour residue. You can use compressed air or just flick to allow better airflow on your next milling. After milling around 7 cups of grain, please check how full your canister is. Different grains produce a different amount of flour, and you want to ensure that this canister never overfills or it will jam your motor, which will lead to a broken machine. If your motor and milling heads are jammed, please contact us. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, please contact customer service. They will be more than happy to help you with your NutriMill Impact.